Welcome, wary Treva. Tonight, we journey back to an empire that shaped the very course of Western civilization, an empire built on the disciplined backs of its soldiers. We won't focus on grand triumphs or dramatic battles, but on the quiet, often brutal, realities of everyday existence within the formidable Roman legion. Allow your mind to drift, to unfurl, as we explore the subtle tapestry of lives lived under the eagle's standard, revealing why, perhaps, you wouldn't last a single day. There is no urgency here, only the soft current of time carrying us through the sands of history. Segment 1. The grind of the Roman foot soldier. Visuals, close-ups of rough woolen fabric, worn leather straps, hands gripping a pickaxe, slow motion of dust rising from marching feet, a simplified animated representation of a legionary camp being constructed under a twilight sky, showing methodical, repetitive motions. Imagine yourself, if you will, not as a casual observer, but as a new recruit, a raw tyro, in the vast, disciplined machine of the Roman legion. The coarse wool of your tunic scratches against your skin, a constant, low irritation. The thick leather straps of your armor, still new and stiff, chafe relentlessly with every step, every movement. Your days are not your own. They are a relentless, unforgiving cycle of marching, drilling, and digging. You carry not just your gladius and pilum, your sword and javelin, but a formidable, heavy pack. A sarcina weighing perhaps 60 pounds or more. It is laden with tools, a pickaxe, a shovel, a small sickle, a basket for earth. You also carry your personal belongings, your food rations, and even a part of your tent, sharing the burden of shelter with your tentmate. This is the mule of Marius, a testament to each evening, even after an exhausting, full day's march, under the relentless sun, or through driving rain, there is no rest. You participate in the meticulous, communal task of building a fortified marching camp, a castra. The ground shakes with the rhythmic, dull thud of stakes being driven into the earth, the rustle of earth being moved for ramparts, the methodical construction of ditches. This quiet, collective effort is a daily ritual of survival, a testament to Roman engineering applied to immediate necessity. Food is monotonous, a constant and often unpleasant companion. Hardtack, a kind of an appetizing biscuit, forms the basis of your diet, supplemented by dried meat, sometimes cheese, and sour wine or vinegar-laced water. Sickness is a constant, quiet threat in the cramped, unsanitary conditions of the camp, where dysentery or fever can sweep through a cohort with terrifying speed, claiming lives with silent efficiency. The discipline is absolute, unforgiving. Punishments are swift and harsh, whether for minor infractions or serious insubordination. There is no room for individuality, no tolerance for weakness. This is not a life of glorious individual heroics, but one of constant physical exertion and profound mental fortitude. It is a continuous, quiet test of endurance under the unforgiving Roman sun, a life that, for many, would prove impossible to sustain for even a single day.
Segment 2. Hadrian, the emperor who built a wall. Visuals gradually transitioned from general daily life to more focused, stylized representations of architectural drawings, abstract geometric shapes, and a serene, thoughtful bust or rendering of Hadrian's soft, contemplative music begins to subtly underscore the narration, perhaps with a distant, echoing, single-horn note. From the relentless grind of the common Roman foot soldier, let us shift our gaze to a singular, towering figure, an emperor who, perhaps more than any other, understood the quiet needs of his legions and the immense, almost overwhelming, vastness of his empire. His name was Hadrian, born into a Spanish-Roman family in what is now Spain, from 117 to 138 CE, was defined not by grand conquests and expansion but by a more subtle, yet profoundly impactful, strategy, consolidation, and stabilization. Imagine the sheer weight of such an empire, stretching from the deserts of Africa to the wild reaches of Britain. Hadrian dedicated himself to understanding it, embarking on extensive travels that saw him personally inspecting virtually every corner of his vast domain. He walked among his soldiers, examined fortifications, and listened to local concerns, often traveling quietly and without the typical imperial family. His most enduring legacy, however, is a monumental testament to Roman engineering and the desire for clearly defined borders. Hadrian's Wall. Picture this immense undertaking. 73 miles of stone and turf, punctuated by forts painstakingly built across the rugged and often bleak landscape of northern Britain. Imagine the slow, methodical process, the quarrying of immense stones, the shaping of each block, the arduous transportation, and the precise, deliberate placement, piece by agonizing piece, over many years. This was not a project built in a frenzy of conquest, but with a quiet, unwavering determination. Hadrian's Wall was designed to bring a sense of finality to the empire's ambitions, to define its limits, and to protect its settled, more civilized lands from the untamed and often volatile northern tribes. It stands as a physical boundary, yes, but also a symbolic one, a statement of imperial reach that knew its own bounds. Hadrian, a man of profound intellect, a gifted architect in his own right, and a quiet lover of Greek culture and philosophy, left behind a legacy of stability and imposing architecture, continues to stand today as a silent, enduring sentinel, whispering of an empire's deliberate choice for consolidation over endless expansion. The mystery of Roman concrete visuals, close-ups of aged, but still remarkably intact Roman concrete structures, perhaps the Pantheon's dome interior, a section of an aqueduct, or submerged Roman harbor ruins, gradually shift to abstractus, almost ethereal representations of particles bonding, subtle light effects highlighting material strength, and perhaps a gentle, shimmering effect of water around submerged structures. A soft, inquisitive, almost humming soundscape underscores the narration. Now, let us delve into one of Rome's most enduring, yet quietly perplexing, engineering secrets: Roman concrete. For centuries, their magnificent structures, towering aqueducts that still carry water, the majestic dome of the Pantheon that remains open to the sky, and even harbor piers submerged for millennia in corrosive seawater, have defied the relentless ravages of time and the elements. They often stand, remarkably intact, long outlasting many modern concrete constructions. This prompts a quiet, persistent question: how did they achieve such incredible, almost impossible, durability? Modern scientists and archaeologists continue to quietly investigate the fundamental composition of this ancient material. They are unraveling clues hidden within its very essence, uncovering the subtle differences that granted such longevity. The key lies in the volcanic ash, or pozzolana, used in its mix, often sourced from regions like Mount Vesuvius. This unique ash, when combined with lime and water, creates a powerful chemical reaction that forms exceptionally strong bonds. They are also studying the specific type of lime used as a binder, and how it reacted with the pozzolana, perhaps even incorporating sea salt into the mix for marine structures. The process involved not just the right ingredients, but a patient, deliberate mixing and placement. Imagine the methodical labor, the careful combination of materials, and the unhurried pouring of this unique blend into molds. The secret wasn't necessarily in a single magical ingredient, but in a precise understanding of the materials and a nuanced, empirical approach to their combination. The exact recipe and methods for optimal Roman concrete, particularly for structures exposed to harsh marine environments, remain a subject of ongoing scientific study and quiet fascination. It is a subtle whisper from the past that continues to baffle and inspire contemporary engineers, prompting them to reevaluate modern construction techniques. This enduring mystery highlights the quiet ingenuity and profound practical knowledge that underpinned Rome's most monumental and long-lasting achievements, allowing their silent structures to stand as testaments to forgotten wisdom. A senator's serene villa life visuals shift from the stark utilitarian imagery to more refined, stylized representations of a Roman villa: lush green peristyle gardens with gentle fountains, interiors with soft diffused light, elegant mosaics, and perhaps a subtle animation of scrolls being unrolled or a quiet game being played. The soundscape becomes more refined, perhaps distant, gentle lyre music or the subtle trickle of water. Let us now gently pivot from the enduring strength of Roman concrete and the austere life of the leader, to contrast it with the serene, cultivated existence of a Roman senator or a wealthy aristocrat. Imagine stepping, as a quiet observer, into a sprawling Roman villa, perhaps nestled on a sun-drenched hillside overlooking the sparkling blue waters of the Bay of Naples, far removed from the dust and clamor of the city. The air here is warm and remarkably fragrant, carrying the sweet scent of oleander blossoms, the subtle tang of citrus trees from the meticulously manicured peristyle garden. You might hear the gentle, consistent trickle of water from a shaded fountain, a soothing background against the quiet murmurs of daily life. Your mornings, as a senator, would begin not with physical toil, but with quiet contemplation in the villa's private library, perhaps perusing precious scrolls of philosophy, history, or epic poetry. Servants move quietly, almost invisibly, attending to every need. They bring delicate foods for breakfast, perhaps fresh fruits and honey, or pour fine wines, ensuring every comfort is met with seamless efficiency. After a morning dedicated to civic duties, perhaps receiving petitioners or engaging in philosophical discourse in the cool, shaded atrium, the afternoon might be spent in the villa's private baths. Here one would indulge in a slow, relaxing progression from tepid to warm to hot rooms, a quiet ritual of cleansing and unwinding. Evenings are for quiet banquets, intimate gatherings of family and close friends. Discussions revolve around the subtle intrigues of Roman politics, the latest literary works, or profound philosophical debates, all conducted in hushed tones amidst the soft glow of flickering oil lamps. This was a life of cultivated leisure, of intellectual pursuits, and a profound appreciation for order, beauty, and refined comfort. It offered a profound and striking contrast to the military might that secured their empire. Yet it was a perfectly complementary existence, showcasing another facet of the vast and intricate tapestry of Roman life. And so, our gentle journey through the quiet echoes of the Roman world draws to a close. We have stepped, however briefly, into the arduous daily existence of a Roman leader, understanding the sheer physical and mental fortitude required for survival. We glimpsed the quiet, yet profound, vision of Hadrian, an emperor who sought stability through monumental construction rather than endless conquest. We pondered the enduring mystery of Roman concrete, a silent testament to ancient ingenuity that still baffles modern minds. And finally, we contrasted these realities with the serene, cultivated world of the Roman senator, a life of quiet luxury and intellectual pursuits. As the echoes of their ancient world slowly recede, let these images and sounds, these whispers from the past, settle softly in your mind. Feel the enduring strength of their stone, the quiet hum of their vast empire, and the subtle rhythms of lives lived millennia ago. Allow the gentle currents of history to carry you, not to excitement but to a profound sense of peace. Rest well, and let the quiet, persistent pulse of history guide you into a restful slumber.